Hey there, party people, Dandoff here, and we are back for another episode of Minecraft Let's Play. So I've been doing some work off camera, and I have really been doing some organizing. So I haven't done all of my storage organization yet, but I did do a lot of work in getting my ender chest back up to snuff. I had used a lot of stuff out of it, so I refilled a lot of stuff. So my iron is back to full, my stone chest is back to full, my blackstone chest is back to full, my logs is back to full. So yeah, just went through all my chests. I filled up my torches, my scaffolding, just everything that I always have on me. I went ahead and filled all that up and emptied out a bunch of my chests as well. So I got a bunch of empty shulker boxes here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and tackle building another room. But I think what we're going to build is the throne room. So this wall most likely is going to have to go further that way. I can already say this right now. This room does seem a little bit too small for what I'm thinking. The length is good. I think the height might be fine, but I am going to put a different floor in here. And I like the idea of just leaving the separator in case any space is ever needed. So I'm just going to build the floor on top of that. The door will move up one more level. I think that's going to work out pretty well. And then get my big throne in here, get some pillars in here, but this room I think is just too thin. If I start putting pillars in here, it's going to seem really cramped and crowded, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to have to definitely expand this a little bit. But yeah, I think that's a good way to go. So I have two shulker boxes here that I've been preparing some materials in. I've got just a bunch of random stuff, but it'll give you an idea of kind of what I'm thinking here. So I'm thinking smooth quartz for the floor. We'll definitely use some glowstone in the lighting. I also brought this for the storage room so I could put the glowstone underneath the chests. We also have some blackstone is going to be useful. In the other box, a little bit more interesting stuff. We're going to do some armor stands here with diamond armor on them. I might switch that to netherite at some point, but I still need the netherite for the throne. So a couple swords, and then a couple random blocks. We're definitely going to need some probably red carpet in here to make it feel fancy, and then we might want some other carpet. I went with like the diamond color for that. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good base. We'll probably put other things in here. I've got some lanterns here as well. So we'll get started and start seeing how it goes. But yeah, I definitely want to get the size of the room figured out and the throne built first, because I think that's really what's going to determine how everything else kind of looks. I don't really plan things in advance in creative worlds or anything like that. It's just not my style. I think it's fun to kind of go through the process on camera. So let's get to it. I'm going to do a little bit of room expanding and get a little bit of a base here going, and I'll meet you back in a few minutes. Okay guys, we are back and we have expanded the room out by 3 blocks, and I think this size is going to be much better once we have the pillars in here. So now I think what we have to do next is go ahead and get the floor in. I think I'm just gonna spam the smooth quartz down for now, just to get something on the floor, and then we'll detail it up a little bit later. But I do want to go ahead and get hopefully I have enough. I'll go ahead and get the floor in, get our height right, and then because I want to see the throne with the floor color in place so I can make sure the palette looks good. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Hey guys, we are back, and I've started to work on a little bit of this room here. And so this is kind of my idea for what's going to happen in this room. I'm not 100% sold on the columns yet. I do want pillars, I do want columns in here. I'm not 100% sold on this design. I do kind of like it at the moment, and I kind of like the design of the floor so far. So ultimately the idea is all of this under here will have lighting under it to light the whole room. We will have probably 1, 2, 3 columns on either side, and then we'll do some decorations on the walls. These will probably push out one layer and sink in a little bit. The roof will probably go up a little bit, and then our throne will of course be much bigger than this. It's a little pathetic at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay for now. We're still sitting on netherite. that's that's what really matters, right? We're still on netherite. So this throne will, of course, get bigger and better and more bold. And this room is just going to get more and more extravagant and more over the top and awesome and luxurious and opulent and just fantastic. So yeah, definitely this roof is going to have to go up. We can already see it now. I mean, just this little bitty baby throne already looks kind of big in this room because the roof is so low. So we definitely are going to have to make this more open. So we'll go ahead and keep going on this front. I might do, I think I'm going to start working on the walls next, maybe. And try and get that design nailed in. And we'll, of course, get the roof raised probably while we're doing that. And then probably the walls will help determine what's going to look good on the pillars, on the columns. And then ultimately if the floor looks pretty good. Right now I have the quartz stone, the smooth stone, and then the stone bricks, the black stone bricks. So I think it's looking pretty good so far. We'll definitely make this entrance a little bit more grand and epic. And then over here also, like, just so you guys are kind of aware of my plans here, all of this is going to get covered eventually. And this will just be a giant hallway. So there'll be a big, you can hear my shulker unloader working. There'll be a big hallway here that kind of encloses all of this to where our grand entrance for the whole castle is going to end up being probably over here somewhere. But yeah, so yeah, as we keep going here, we keep building these rooms. Things are looking good. Yeah, and I still need to do the roof in here, but I'm definitely getting some really good inspiration for that, and it'll definitely have to finish before I can even start on the bedroom, because if this floor needs to raise at all, I can't do that if the bedroom's already built. So I need to finish the roof in here before I can even start on the bedroom. So that'll have to happen pretty soon here. But yeah, I like the way things are going in here for now. And I will just keep going and keep making some stuff better. And I'll be back to you in a few minutes. See you in a second. All right, party people, we are back. And we are going to take a look at what we've done in here. So I've got a throne set up, or a first draft at a throne set up, and just an idea of what's going to happen in this room here. So yeah, here's how it's looking so far. And unfortunately, I've kind of run out of gold and diamonds and netherite here. So this room is going to have to kind of take a hold backseat until I can do some grinding and get all this gold up to the ceiling and really finish this thing out. But this is what I'm thinking so far. Of course, this wall still needs to change. The back wall still needs to be fixed. I need to figure out what to do in the back two sections here, because the paintings won't be big enough to fit in there. And then I need to fix the ceiling. But I think it's looking pretty good so far. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, this is, you know, a good start to a throne room. I could definitely get some armor stands in here. I have a bunch of diamond armor over here too to put those up with. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of where this is going, but I think this is going to kind of have to slow down a little bit now that I've for sure got the room size from the width and the height of the floor. I definitely can start moving on. So what I think I need to start figuring out next is the ceiling in here, because I can't start working on the master bedroom until I have the ceiling in here. And this room is 100% complete except for the ceiling, so I figure that's probably the next best thing to do. So I have some ideas, and I think it'll go pretty well. So I'll probably start working on that next. But I did want to show you that we do have a full harvest ready on the wheat farm. I haven't shown this off since it's been built. Actually, I just realized my sound is off. Let me fix that real quick. Perfect. Yeah, so, yeah, everything's all grown up, all the way up to the top here. We've got 7 layers of wheat that produces 56 wheat per layer. So let's go ahead and give this thing a shot. So it should be very easy to go ahead and harvest this thing. I'm going to go ahead and clear all this stuff out so we can see exactly how much stuff we get out of it from one harvest. So theoretically, if I flip this lever, all of my water should be pushing all of my wheat into this section, and beautiful, and it's being picked up by all the hoppers. Let's make sure all of the levels have got water on them, and they do so far up to the top. Awesome. So everything is looking good. So let's go ahead and go back down. We can turn this off. We have to flip it again just because the way the dispensers work. There you go. All the water should be gone. And we can check in here. We've got lots of stuff still pouring in. We've got a full stack of wheat so far. And some seeds. It's going to take a minute for it to pour in here. So I'll see you back in a second once it's all filled in. Alright guys, so we are back, and while we were waiting for the wheat to all drain into the chest, what I decided to do was go ahead and put glowstone underneath the front part of all these chests in here. So as you can see, all the torches are gone from this middle area. It's looking so much better. So every single one has glowstone under it just to keep consistency. It's looking really nice, and everywhere in here is bright enough to avoid spawns. And I think it's looking really nice in here. I may eventually want to move this trapdoor, just build another tunnel and like make it enter behind here or something. This is just access to the spawn area that we have. This is the spawner for the zombies. So I may eventually move that just to get it out of the main room in here, but I think it's looking pretty good in here. I don't think I'm going to do much to the ceiling in here because it's just a storage room, but I probably will come through and block off all of these back areas and put something in the middle of there and kind of block off the corners and stuff, just to, you know, kind of fill in the room and make it look a little bit more complete. But I think that's looking pretty good. And then over here we have finished with our hoppers are finally finished here. So let's take a look and see what our loot is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 49 wheat. That is almost 6 full stacks in a single harvest, and then all these seeds, but we don't really need a whole lot of these. But that's great. That's almost 6 full stacks with 1 harvest, and I think I may have picked up a little bit when it went off standing here. I'm not sure though, but that's great. That's 6 stacks of wheat. That's awesome. That will put my cow farm twice and get me a whole bunch of leather. So I think that's really great. So I'm going to go ahead and seed this thing up. Let me grab some more seeds and make sure I have enough. Yeah, and it's as simple as just going through each one, putting seeds in all of them. There are lanterns in the way, but it's a pretty quick process. It really doesn't take that long. And it saves you the process of having to do this twice, which is nice. I don't like having to harvest my own wheat. I like to use the water. Then it's as simple as coming up here and then just going up to the next layer, doing the next bit. So I'm going to do this, 6 more times, and I'll see you in a bit. Hey friends, we are back, and we are going to look at the roof in the library. So I've been playing around with a couple ideas here, and this is kind of what I've landed on. So I tore out the whole roof, and I think this is going to be a pretty cool design here. I think this is a good start. It very well potentially could change, but I think I'm going to do these in a kind of a grid pattern. I'll get 1, 2, and then probably a third one in there. We'll see kind of how it lays out, how it lands on in that. I didn't really do the math. I just thought, start building and see how it looks. I'm not sure about this layer of the regular blackstone yet. I might leave it. I want to see how it looks when it's done. But yeah, I like the basalt. I've got let's get up there and look a little bit closer at what's going on here. So we've got the polished basalt as the pillars, as the support beams here. And then we've got the polished blackstone slabs going up a half a step here, and then the polished blackstone stairs going up again, and then we've got 2 of the chiseled blocks and some glowstone to get some light in here. We've already got a decent amount of light in here. I'm just trying to keep this whole place real nice and bright, make it look more fancy. I feel like, if it's lit up well, it makes it look nicer. So that's kind of the goal, is to just have lighting everywhere. And then I'll probably have like a chandelier or 2 coming down in the intersections here. But I think this is a good start. So I'm going to get working on just repeating this process on all the sides. So I will be back to you guys in a little bit once I have that done. See you in a sec. Alright guys, we are back at it, and look at this. We have the roof complete. I haven't gone in there yet to take a look at the final product. Well, not necessarily the final product, but this phase is done and it potentially could be the final product. So actually, let me get these out of the way too. Let me get a better view here. Alright. Oh yeah, I think that's looking really good. Yeah, I think once all of them got in there, it started looking really, really nice. Yeah, and then a nice chandelier coming down there, probably some chains and some blue lanterns and some glass and some end rods probably. I'm not sure what to do up there yet. Oh, I forgot to put some slabs down. I do need to do that still. I missed the slabs there, but that's fine. I'll just get that real quick. That's not a problem. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do with this end piece yet. I might just do it all slabs and just run the pillar to the wall. I think that might look pretty good, but I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out. But yeah, I think this is looking really, really nice in here. So I'm going to keep tweaking around with the ceiling a little bit. I'll come back when once I have some chandeliers in and a little bit of patchwork done. Alright people, we are back and we are going to build a chandelier. So I've kind of done everything else in the room. I put the stone bricks down. I think it looks so much better that way. I kind of finished up the end there, just kind of rounded it out a little bit. And I thought I would do the fun part on camera. So we're going to start here, of course, right in the middle of the intersection. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Let's go down 2. We also brought iron bars. We can see if we think those are going to look better. But we're going to want to do something more than this, right? You know, this is just kind of lame. So let's go ahead and get this off of there. I think we'll start actually with, we have some black stained glass panes here. Let's see what these look like. Oh yeah, those look pretty nice. See, these are pretty good. Yeah, I was thinking the gray maybe. Let me see what the gray looks like. It might stand out a little bit more. No, that just blends in even more. Okay, yeah, so we'll go with the black. Well, what about the iron bars? How do the iron bars look? I think that might be the way to go, at least for the main support. So I'm thinking we go down 3 for the main. 3. And then let's just get our hotbar with the good stuff here. Alright, I think that's what we want in there. So I'm thinking maybe some black stained glass this way. Let's get a little bit more scaffolding action. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then what if we kind of do... Oh, hi, Edgar. What if we kind of do that? How much more scaffolding can I do here? Oops. Well, you know, that's the hazard of using scaffolding. Okay, so let's go around this way. Let's put down our last piece of glass. Let's get this here. And I'm thinking, let's try an end rod here. And let's take a look at it. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm sold on the iron bars in the middle or if it's the glass that's messing it up. I think I should just change all the glass to iron bars and see how that looks. Let me pick up some of my stuff real quick. Eliza's playing in a box. I got their food and stuff delivered, and she's playing in the delivery box. Okay, so I'm gonna need a pickaxe. Let me put this in my offhand because I'm obsessive about sleeping. Okay, so we're gonna have to iron bar that and then do that. Yeah, I think that's definitely gonna look better. Oh no. Oh, I don't have any in my inventory. I'll have to fix that. Hey, cut that out over there. Okay, one more to do. Perfect. Let's jump down and take another look at this. There's the rest of my stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I don't want them to be like $2,000 of chandeliers, so I think that looks pretty good actually. I'm going to just put another one that looks exactly the same as that over on the other side. And let me go fix this while I'm thinking about it. I just noticed the hole again here. And you can hear that bug that has been bugging me lately. He's back again chirping. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this clip right here. And I will log back on in a few minutes and we will wrap things up. All right, cool. I'll see you in a bit. All right, team, we are back. And let's take a look at the final product. I think it turned out really, really nice. Look at these chandeliers. I kind of expanded the back part of the decoration wall a little bit. I kind of raised it up one block and then kind of put the blocks into the bookshelves. I thought that gave it a nice touch. And then here's a nice view of how this kind of seams into the roof there. And then yeah, like we just did another one here. I think this room turned out really, really, really nice. So really the last thing to do is work on the staircase, but I don't want to do that until we kind of get the hallway in place and get a design for how we want that floor to look, because there's no telling what this floor is going to look like. So we want to make sure it matches the hallway, but we don't want to, you know, put ourselves into a corner by deciding something on these stairs. You know, we want to make sure it all blends together. So I'm going to wait on really updating these stairs. I think they look fine for now, but I think this room is really, really coming together. And I think with that, we've done pretty good on this episode. We've made a lot of progress, and you know, it's nice playing Minecraft with you guys. And you know, I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. See you later, party people.